Hey, it is Robyn Ellis, otherwise known as Inspired Robyn, and I'm coming to you on this day of the 23rd of December 2025. And I figured it was about time I hopped back on the podcast. I've been on a bit of a sabbatical from doing the energy work properly for a number of weeks now because I've been going through my own little bit of upgrades and awakenings and ascension and coming to some truths about me, my work, my energy. I'm holding my current talking stick, which is this crystal here, just because I'm feeling called to. It's been a big couple of weeks. A lot has shifted and I have a lot of things to do to moderate my work. I've been mostly focusing on myself and my home and my family life in a lot of respects, rather than my professional life, because I've had a lot of self-healing work to do, which you may all relate to with the current, endings of this 9 numerological year. And the recent new moon energy has brought in a lot of aha moments, and I'm needing to just properly speak about energetic protection and boundaries, which has been something that I'm needing to learn a lot more of, and I'm feeling it right now. So as I feel into that, I'm going to bring through the Archangel Michael spray by Angelic Celestial Colours, just asking for the armour of God to be placed around me, the sword of truth, and a clearing of my throat chakra so that I can speak my truth in this podcast that I'm creating here for my YouTube channel and my website, because I've been getting a lot of downloads, and you may also be relating to this, about coming out and being able to speak our truths and speak from our hearts and our energy and ourself. And I'm just going to ask my pendulum and my inner compass, is it safe for me? Am I protected? A big thing that is coming up is about speaking my truth and sharing what I'm learning myself in the current energies and recent energies as we head into the year of the horse and we take off in our 1 year, starting afresh, starting new. And I get a lot of head spin about that because I have stuff that I'm letting go of. I'm going to bring in Archangel Gabriel. Excuse me. Archangel Gabriel, soul calling and guidance. I've been working a lot with Archangel Gabriel and constantly being guided with regards to my own truth, voice, channeling, and Archangel Gabriel has, given me 100% pure divine light permission to channel with as I rebirth my work, rebirth my light, myself, my offering, and have the courage to speak about what I've been experiencing with regards to needing to notice, see, and acknowledge. It's really hard to talk about. In the solar plexus, I'm feeling the fact that many of us, including myself, have been working through clearing a lot of spiritual interference, blocking, sabotage. In fact, like, dare I say it, the work of devils or demons, that kind of energy, darker energies, blocking our light, blocking our gifts, and blocking us from showing up, and blocking us from sharing what we are here to do to bring to New Earth and the new consciousness. And I feel a lot of the energy of this, and you may tune into yourself. Tune into yourself now. Let's just sit here and take in a couple of, 3 deep breaths in and out. So one in and out. In and out. In and out. Grounding ourselves, feeling our energy, feeling the roots going deep down into the earth, holding us to the earth. And as we deep breathe in and out, we feel the channel of roots coming up through our chakras, through the base, through the sacral, through the solar plexus, and out through the heart, through the throat, through the third eye, through the crown, through the soul star, connecting us to our higher self, protecting us with a Merkaba of protection, a platinum Merkaba of protection. Wraps all around us. We have mirrors deflecting out, bringing protection, deflecting away the mirrors, deflecting away with 100% pure divine love, anything that is not of 100% pure divine love and protection. And then shining upon us is unconditional, pure, 100% divine love and light, pink light ray, enveloping us in love, truth, 100% pure guidance and protection. Feel that energy. Feel that light around us as we sit here and I share what I need to share. And I'm noticing I need to do this a lot more. I need to do a lot more meditations, a lot more connecting and grounding. I'm finding I need to talk, like I speak from my heart, that I am grounded at all times as I walk this earth, because I am a light body and a light being, and I do shine brightly. We shine brightly. If you follow me, you're alongside me, soul family potentially. Or you're feeling called to this kind of light body and energy. And we want to be protecting our energy in divine reverence with 100% pure divine light and love. I've needed to, and I haven't been the last couple of days, but for some reason I feel I can see why, because I've needed to know about certain people's trials and tribulations that they're going through at the moment, so that I can offer my assistance to them, or just send my love and light healing in the knowledge that I know that they're going through tough times, be it grief, be it health issues, you name it, it's there, and I am here to help people with that. That is part of what I'm here to do. I wasn't gifted an MS journey to come through and see the way energy can help, and mindset as well. And also spirit guides and angels and galactics as well can help with clearing the field and helping the body be in its best position to thrive, despite what's been thrown at it by earth and lifestyle and environment which I feel is very much a contributing factor to our chronic conditions. We need to use frequency and energy as one of the methods to help us navigate the earth and how it's projecting onto us things that we have given our power away to. And I acknowledge that it has been quite a heavy time, 2025, particularly the past 6 months, or final 6 months of the year. I know I started off with a great energy going into this year and an abundance. I invested in the painting and the bowls very beginning of this year, and even in restocking my sprays. Many of you who follow me are my clients or have become clients came to me in the first half of this year in particular. And then there's a dabbling of you in the second half. However, it has been very quiet on the healing table behind me and also on the laptop in the second half of this year, which has been a test for me. And it's been a bit of shadow work that I've needed to acknowledge and notice what's going on there. And also that I had some things in my own self that I needed to work through. And I'm still working through. We are always going to have things that are going to test us and have us, on our knees at times even, or as the new energies, meditating and just asking for guidance with regards to holding our crystals, playing the frequencies and clearing the way for our knowing of what it is that we're needing at this point in time when we are feeling a bit knocked down. The song I Get Knocked Down and I Get Up Again being one of those kind of lines that seems relevant right now. I'll be the first to admit that my consistency in showing up has been challenged over the period of my working in this line of energy work, and I acknowledge that. And part of that, I acknowledge being part of the spiritual attack, which I see you now, the energy of it, and I acknowledge and I bring in Archangel Michael every time I notice. I bring in my team to envelope me in that wall of mirrors to deflect it away with 100% pure divine light and love. Love being an important thing at this time, not hate. I see why you have had to be, and that there's always reason for delay, and there's always reason to block what's been a power that I know is within me that I've always had that I have not acknowledged or noticed because I had been blocked. I stand strong and grounded and in my light and in my protection. And I acknowledge that even my energy sometimes needs the retreat time to come back to self. And then it's like that whole seasons of life thing where we have our winter where we hibernate a little bit. It happens to be summer here at the moment. But then we have our sowing of the seeds, and then our spring and summer and autumn, fall. Different seasons, it doesn't matter which season, different things grow in different times. And sometimes it is part of the journey, or it is always part of the journey, to have time out, to regroup, refresh, replenish, and then time to plant and water and nurture, and then time to harvest once it grows. And many of us are going through a real shedding at the end of this year of the snake of our past, and know that we have acknowledged and noticed the things that we are working through and that we have worked through this year, to not take with us into the next part of the journey. And I could sit here and be in fear of being attacked again by acknowledging that I see you and I see it. I see the energy of that. But I am strong, and I'm here to thrive, and I'm here to do the work, and I'm here to regrow and rebuild and reignite my business again as a healer, an energetic, intuitive healer and channeler who can come here and help remove the layers so that you can see what it is you're here to do, actually first of all be, and then to do. Because sometimes things like a chronic illness or pain or grief or repeating patterns are a sign that we're ready to open up to what we're here to do as a soul being in this human experience. And for those who are stuck in a loop on the roundabout, can't get off, it's people like myself who are here to help lift away the layers and get you off the roundabout so that you can do the work. You can see the truth and know what you need now. And that will take the frequency of crystal bowls, the energy of crystals, the energy of a healer, intuitive, the channeling, even the messages of cards, oracle cards, Akashic, tarot, all of those things. And as an individual, you will know who the person is that is your guide to get you out of that shadow, to get you out of that loop, to get you out of that pain body. And then collectively, there are many of us working together to do this work. And we all have a speciality in how we do it. And the thing that is important is to acknowledge that while you might come to me once, twice, maybe 3 times, or do a package and go through a period of time and learning and understanding of self and reigniting your energetic body and your healer within, there will be others who do other aspects of your healing journey, just like I go to different people or different events to get the frequency or to have the healing or the layers removed or find the clarity, because we get in our own way. Even me, as an intuitive channel who works with guides, need to go and seek help sometimes from external sources, from other guides, channels, healers, modalities that are outside of what I do. It's important to work as a team, to gather with community, and to not put ourselves in the corner of just one particular thing. But also at the same time, the thing is that what I've learned in my journey has been to ask and trust if I can trust and feel the frequency and energy of where I'm going to seek assistance from. Because another part of my healing has been tripping over and making the error of maybe trusting and going to someone who wasn't quite right for me. And I'll acknowledge that. But I'll also acknowledge that the fact that when we do things like that too, and we go through trip-ups in life, that they can provide gifts and lessons for us to teach us something too. And they're not always a mistake. That's something that I've had to learn too. Part of what I've had to learn as well is to know that, when you have doubts in your ability and self, but you have evidence, so much evidence, that you're a powerful being at what it is that you feel you're called to do. Yet you have these weird moments of retreat and block and what the hell? Why is it so quiet? Why am I feeling like I can't do it? That's not necessarily the truth. Some of us have been attacked, energetically attacked, and so far down that rabbit hole of attack, like lifetimes, past lifetimes, ancestral lifetimes. And it might not just be us, like I'm feeling it in my heart here right now. Feeling the knife that goes in, that kind of energy, which is what I'll feel in a healing session. We'll feel like we are being attacked. And the thing is, there's people like myself, and I know a few others, and I'm sure there's many hundreds of us that have done this work and gone down this path, and are also channeling and tapping into galactic energy right now with regards to seeing the truth, that it's not us. And we need to trust that it's okay. We can clear it, we can block it, we can protect our energy. It's a powerful time to protect energy too, is what I'm hearing, and trusting. And to trust in our own inner guidance. And I've been practicing walking that these past weeks when I've been working with myself. And tuning in, grounding, connecting, protecting, tuning in to my truth. And that's what I want to help others do as well. I want to show up here in a way that's authentic, real, honest, strong, and speak with conviction and truth that we've got this, I've got this. I'm powerful, intuitive, energetic healer and channeler of high guidance, high self-guidance for all, and especially for me first. I put the oxygen mask on me, the crystal oxygen mask on me first, and that's what I've been doing these past weeks, so that I can come out strong into this new year and ride the horses. I've seen multiple horses, not just one. And I was having a vision, and I just realised like the full moon is in Capricorn, I believe, the next full moon in the beginning of January. And I saw like in my vision the other night for the solstice, like seemed like a goat, something like that. It looked like a goat, and I feel like that was the Capricorn energy coming through for me, obviously showing me that we're moving into Capricorn energy. And it feels determined, focused, and sure of itself for some reason. That's what I'm getting. Anyway, I'm really excited for 2026. And I'm going to pull an animal card for everyone, just because it's been a while since I pulled cards. And I've got the Archangel Animal Oracle cards from Diana Cooper here. I'm wanting some big manifestation, I'll be honest, to come through for the new year. Not just for me, but for everyone that I come into contact with, and that we share it as a community. I know I've got some IOU sharing that's still in the mix, and the card just flew out onto the floor, which tells me that that's the one, because it seems to be how they fall out for me lately. So we've got the whale. Live as a fully conscious being. And this one comes with Archangels Mary and Jules. I'm going to read the message. It seems there's a galactic and there's a frequency energy here in this. And there's symbology. There's the stars with this card. This is going into our Christmas energy, New Year's. These awesome evolved beings originate from the 10th dimensional universe of Shekinah. They carry a level of love and joy that is currently beyond our comprehension. As they swim in the oceans, Archangel Mary pours blessings down, while Archangel Jules sends blessings up to, let me flip the page, to them from the portal of the Bermuda Triangle. Held in this shaft of pure love, they spread the light and messages of these archangels, as well as the codes of higher enlightenment and hope they bring from Shekinah. Their sole mission is to maintain the divine blueprint for our oceans and hold the vibration of our planet. They chose to fulfill it in the waters where the energy of the land cannot affect them. Whales demonstrate conscious breathing and asked to give birth to live babies so that they could understand maternal love. As part of their service mission, they protect the dolphins and the sacred wisdom they hold. The guidance from this card is, this is the card of mastery. One of the first steps is to be able to control your breathing. When you focus on your breath, you connect consciously to source and your place of origin. Whale wisdom suggests you center yourself through breathing or deepen your meditation practice. What was I talking about that I've been needing to do and doing with myself lately? When you think about or swim with whales, Angel Mary can also take you up to source. Your heart will be touched by the ineffable light. Rise above worldly matters and spread love, light, hope, and inspiration to those around you. Ask that your fifth dimensional blueprint be fully installed and live it. No matter what is happening around you, be the best you can be. And that's pretty much my intention from now on. I mean, I've always had that. However, to be consistent with that particular behaviour, I'll admit I have not seen any whales at all in 2025. I have not seen. I live near the beach, and I know people who've seen whales, and I haven't seen them breach or any of it out of the water. So I'm hoping that 2026 allows me to have the whale energy very much in my world, because I love it. I might need to go to the beach more. But I do know that I want to send out healing vibes, healing energy and radiance to the oceans, to our whales, to those who are in the northern hemisphere that would be seeing the whales probably a little bit more in your winter. They're probably in the Antarctica, aren't they? Right now in the summer. See, I need to study whales is what I'm getting. They're telling me to study them. Yeah, they're in Antarctica. They're wanting our love and healing right now. They're very emotional, and there's a lot of blockages happening in our oceans. A lot of work that they're doing for the collective. They're feeling attacked. They're feeling stabbed in the back energetically and environmentally. I'm seeing how there's chemicals or pollution. They're asking us to do our bit for the environment in keeping our waterways and country clean. The ears, they're also like wanting to open up our ear chakras so that we can hear their call, so that we can hear their frequency, and that we can hear their guidance with regard to environment and taking care of the planet. I feel like something's going on that's affecting their frequency in a negative way. It feels toxicity. I'm getting like a detoxy kind of feeling, and I'm feeling a burning in the ears. So they want us to open up our ear chakras. I do a lot of that in the work that I do, clearing ear chakra energy so that we can hear our intuitive knowing, we can hear our guides, we can hear source, and we can hear things like whale frequency so that we can speak with them and they can communicate with us what we all need to do collectively to help the planet and new earth. I'm also getting a bit of a tickle in the nose. There's suppressed sinuses or like it's kind of like, you know when you get hay fever, like there's irritation, there's interference, pollutants getting up the nose. And collectively we have a lot of grief and suppressed emotion to clear and heal. They want to help us. The whales want to help us emotionally release the stuck, deep, healing, emotional release that we are needing right now. So I'm doing a bit of that here now, live, while we're on this recording. Yeah, I'm getting teary. There's like, we're clearing deep emotional patterning. That the collective humanity and energies of the planet are needing to clear and heal. The yawn is emotion. That's what I channel when and it's very hot. We're sending Christ light. Because I was seeing like orange, yellow, wanting to bring the Christ light energy in to the planet this Christmas, this new year. Let that drop in. They want me to say, like, if you're feeling sadness, grief that you just cannot shift, that's a sign to come and see me. Robyn can help you. And when I say come and see me, you might not be in Australia. So I do distance work on Google Meet, or I can do remote healings and then channel through a voice recorded guidance as to what come through for you that you need to know and that we're cleared. Unblocking. Okay. I also want to pull a Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle card for us for Christmas and the New Year. Going into New Year's Eve. Oh, jumping out. This card deck was an instigator for some of the work that I did, which I can say now. I kept getting a repeating message about heaven on earth, Lemuria, and it brought through a Lemurian healing energy and activation for me. So I work a lot with the Lemurian energies now. And since I did that, I'm going to hold the crystal again because my head starts spinning because I feel like energetic protection all around, mirrors. 100% pure divine light and love, deflecting any attack around my energetic field and around this recording and whomever watches it and sees it. Making sure that we are protected in this collective space and energy with 100% pure divine light. Okay, Mintaken. Longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. I know I'm a star being, but I've also been down here on earth, and I'm down here now. And I'm here for those who feel like they don't belong, who feel like they're excluded from feeling like they belong here. I want you to know you do, because I've felt that way many a time. Let's read what this card message wants to share. And thank you to the creators of decks, oracle decks, that give us this guidance, that help us to better understand ourselves. My ear chakras are still a bit itchy, so this might help, this message here. Mintaken, your guidance. Hang on, wrong card, wrong page. Longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. And if you're here seeing this could be you. Mintakens are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintakens' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakens feel most at peace and at home when in and or around crystal clear water. I find it interesting because our pool we had a storm a couple of weeks ago. Our filter died. We've had to get one ordered in. We've replaced the filter. In the meantime, the pool's gone green, and it's so hot where I live. It'd be so nice to just float in the water. No, it's been green. digress. So they are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pull this card, it could mean that you're a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you're being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now, to choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. And a lot of people will be feeling that with this new earth promise. It is happening, it just takes time for it to fully birth. Work your light transmission. Hold the card on your heart. Let's hold this image on your heart and say, I allow myself to be truly here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not being or feeling held and call in the perfect home. And many have in the energies of what's happened on the planet in recent years, and the cost of living stuff and the cost of renting, for an example, a home, or even buying a home. There's a very mermaid-like kind of energy in this card, as well as galactic. We may feel displaced in other ways, not just in how we feel about the world and how we fit into the world. So I want to bring in this beauty and wisdom. Archangel Jophiel's calling in. With this Mintakan energy, with this crystal. I feel like there's this dome of golden love and light and wisdom coming through for the Mintakan souls on the planet. See the stars, feel the water, feel the moonlight even, and the solar light even, like bringing in energy and belonging of community, of the energy of feeling at home. I'm seeing, been watching Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. It's kind of like that trill energy with the trill markings, that kind of energy. Unblocking. There's an itchy throat happening. We're finding our voice, speaking our truth, and finding our voice to find our people. A lot of us have felt like we can't speak because we don't belong. We can't speak our true words. We can't tell how it is for us as beings on this earth, on this planet. So we're clearing the blocks around that. And we're untapping the emotional, again, like the whales, we're bringing out deep. I'm also feeling a toxic load as well that's been ingested because we've felt so down on our belonging here. There's a lot of unblocking in the throat chakra. You are safe. You are loved and you belong. We're going to find our people in these energies. We're going to find them in 2026 and beyond. So that we can navigate being here on this planet. hard. We're here to help the whales. We're here to help them. Because we hear them. We relate to their energy and their frequency. We're going to swim with them. I know I love dolphins. Dolphin energy is as well. The Aquarian energy. I'm personally not a water sign this incarnation. I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries. And the Aries power is quite strong at the moment too, because we're in that energy as well. But part of me has been Mintakan, I believe. Lemurian, I know. And I feel like we're here to heal each other and to be supportive of each other's energy and feeling of belonging here on the planet. And it's only going to get easier. It gets hard before it gets good, you know? Let's talk to each other. Send me in the comments below if you relate to this, if you got to this part of the recording and the transmission, and you feel you want community. You want a sense of belonging in this world. You crave it now. You've probably felt on the edge of like, I can't do this anymore. We've got to be here for each other, guys. We're part of this world and we can all find each other. Let's put a call out to find each other so that we all feel a sense of, I found my home, I found my people. People and community that can help grow community, like-minded community. Because, you know, we're not all made to fit in with each other. But we're all here in different pockets of world where we will find each other at some point, whether it be online, whether it be in person, or it starts online. We start online communities, and then we find in that online community local community as well. So you can build little pockets within the big pocket and all connect with each other face to face, because I feel that's also something that we're all craving so badly, is that face-to-face contact, not just being online. And that's been a big one for me. I've felt like it's been hard to be on social media because I've gone down vortex and rabbit holes of not being myself fully. And we are here to be ourselves. Mintakan know who it is to be themselves. It's held them back from feeling like they belong and that they've got a place here, because they just cannot find that relative person or being that gets them. It can feel lonely, spinny outy. Whew, let's clear that. There's going to be more of us popping on here, I feel, sharing how weird we are, that we're odd. But we're not really odd, because there's other people out there that are odd in the same way, which makes us kin, if you know what I mean. Who cares what other people think? We don't have to be like other people. Because if we be more our authentic selves here, and we find each other that way, by doing that, we find our community, we find the people that get our weird, as we might have called it, weird. We feel less alone, and it's okay to be yourself. I am here to be myself from this day forward. I'm tired of trying to fit in or trying to do what people think I am. I am me, and I am weird. well, I feel like I've been weird, or I don't know, I'm feeling called to say this. I'm going to hold the crystal again. Protection energy for all of us, all around. 100% pure divine light and love in this space. Just, we feel like we cannot be our weird self or our honest self. The kind that, even like my own family roll their eyes at, It's like, oh my God, how can you say that? How can you be like that? How can you want to share that with others? Like when I pull out the camera and I take some weird little video on Facebook Live or whatever in the past, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? That's weird. Don't do that. That's embarrassing. So what? That's how you find your people. You don't find it hiding behind a wall or a fear. And it's time to just come out and put the protection layers out, put the mirrors around us to deflect the haters, the dissers, those who don't align to us in our true weird self. The people that couldn't handle the friendly chit chat at the back of the school when you're on school pickup. You're too much, or you're weird, your energy's off, your energy's weird. So how else do I find my people that get me without speaking? Like, we're not all the same. We're not all built the same way. Or maybe, just maybe, being that way will open up that part of someone else just by you being in your light and being yourself and not being afraid to share as you are. We'll have more fun in that way, and we'll feel like we belong if we come out of the woodworks and don't be afraid to be ourselves, to TMI our way through life. No, there are boundaries, and there are things that, we do need to keep closer to our heart. And it feels like I'm burning off something with that comment. It's like, whoa. Bonfire in the headspace as we clear the headspace around that. Wow. If you relate to me and you feel comfortable in this kind of weird, then maybe I'm your healer. Maybe I'm the one to help you clear the barriers and clear the layers that are stopping you from being you, burning a hole in your head, making you have headaches. That's what I'm getting. Headaches, stress headaches, or anxiety, or depression even, because you cannot feel your full entire self in this world. We want to clear that. We want you to find your people. We want you to clear away any cobwebs, clear away any stopping energy, any intrusion on your energetic field that is preventing you from being yourself and being found in the world. Now, if you like this video, if you like what you're hearing here, you want more of it, make sure you share this post out to your friends, and also that you subscribe. So tick the like box on this channel so that you can get notifications of my podcast when it comes out next. And you can get more of this weird, because I want to just do more of this kind of thing out there in the stratosphere, so I can be found and people can know where I'm at and who I am and where they can get in touch with me, and we can grow a community at some point here and all hang out together and talk weird. Talk whale frequency. Be Mintakan, be Lemurian, be Lightworker, be Archangel, and clear layers by burping and yawning and crying and letting it go, so that we can be ourselves in this earth. We can be abundant, we can have fun, we can find friends, we can be less alone in the world, and healing. the layers that have stopped us from feeling that way in this lifetime. We can also learn to protect our energy together from anything that is stopping us from being that. If you feel like you need a healing, my website is inspiredrobyn.com. There's a services tab, and you can book in for either in person here on the Sunshine Coast, in my studio in Budrum, or online on Google Meet, or while you sleep and rest, wherever you are in the world. It doesn't matter what time, as long as you're resting and not driving a car or cutting with knives or any of that stuff, or taking care of a little baby or whatever. Because it is powerful, the work that I do, and I just want to make sure that you're in a safe place when you're receiving the energy, and allow me to tap in fully with my guidance team of spirit and archangels and galactics to help iron out the creases, help heal the pain, help clear the energy and emotions, and tap you back into yourself, your truest, highest, intuitive self, healing self. And if it's the weird, let it be weird. I'll see you all next week. Hopefully I'll record another one of these and get back on track. But as I'm weird and I go with the energy, I feel like I'm not here to be on a schedule like I thought I was. So let's just play it on the cards of going with the flow, going with the energy, and when it's right, and it'll just happen. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.